Welcome aboard. Day one, I'll buzz it with me. Spilled it all over my place. Great start. This is day one of the vlog, YouTube channel, whatever you want to call it. I have absolutely no clue what I'm doing. I'm used to Instagram short form content and being a minute or two, but now the long form content, I haven't a fucking clue what I'm doing. But listen, we're going to wing it. I'm going to bring you with me today. You're going to buzz it with me and essentially get a look in the life of a 35-year-old pathetic online coach, personal trainer, soon to be gym owner. A few bits today I have lined up. Firstly, I have a therapy session in Malahide. I often go to therapy just to check in with my head, have a chat, slow down in life, talk about some shit really good for you, which I'll get into down the line when I do head over here. And then secondly, at 10:15, I have a tattoo removal. I want to get it lasered off. I heard it's quite sore, but we'll see what happens. Other than that, nothing much going on. But again, need to start doing these. Been putting it off for a while. For some weird reason, people enjoy my Instagram content and follow me, and I never understand why. So for this kind of stuff, it's longer videos, it's longer form content. I'm going to do some stuff that I wouldn't advise clients to do. Some food challenges, some workout challenges, and some stuff that's going to get some views, because that's just the game of YouTube, isn't it? So for now, I'm going to have this coffee. We're going to head to Malahide for therapy, and I'll see you after that. So as you can see, this word here says amino, but it's actually supposed to say animo. So it's a Latin phrase that says freedom is courage, and it was about when I left the gym and went out on my own after 10 years to start a new career because I was unhappy. So this word is supposed to say animo, A-N-I-M-O, but it actually says amino, as in I'm a fucking amino acid. So I'm getting this torched off. I'm going to bring you with me now. I heard it's a bit of a weird, what's the word? Feeling, getting it done. But let's see. What a fucking idiot. So there we have it. Crazy, it actually takes about 2 minutes. People say it's horrifically sore. It is absolutely not. It's not what everyone thinks it is by any stretch of imagination. Feels a bit of a pinch, but nothing like dramatic people have said before. So literally in and out in 2 minutes. I have to go back every 6 weeks for a session, and that's going to be gone. Fuck you, amino. So it is Tuesday, and I started recording this episode on Friday. And a lot has happened, which I'm going to fill you in on tomorrow. Right now, I'm exhausted. Everything was going smooth sailing. I was about to take over a new business, but then negotiations struck. And a week later, time wasted, energy wasted, and the episode should have been up by now. But tomorrow, I'm going to get into it. The nitty gritty stuffs, trying to negotiate and purchase a company, because it's not easy. See you then. What is up? So here we are again. Just a week late this time. Obviously the plan was last week to get the video done with in regards to the therapy session, laser treatment on my arm for the tattoo, which is fading, thank God. And then just a day in the life of this boring man who somehow people believe it's interesting. But listen, you know what? That's my perspective. I have a different perspective of my own life, as does everyone. But as you can see, there's been a delay. The plan was to get this video done last week with no drama, no bullshit, no distractions. But if you follow me, you'll probably hear from Instagram. And if you're from Instagram, you've seen I'm trying to get a gym. And have been since December. Now, usually in rule of business, or really anything in life, you don't announce it till it's done. But me being me, with my big mouth, I like bringing people along the journey. I don't care if I look stupid, or if I say something that doesn't happen. I'm still going to put it out there and see what happens. But unfortunately, it has come back to bite me in the arse numerous times. And you have to be willing to look stupid sometimes in life if you want to be personable, relatable, and not just portray someone who is perfect or has their shit together, because I certainly do not feel like I have my shit together. That's another conversation for another day. But yeah, everything was going well last week. We were in talks with another gym to buy this gym. But unfortunately, change of heart, moving the goalposts, agreements, change of agreements.
too much back and forth. And listen, I completely get it. People will change their mind. They'll have second thoughts about these things. It's not a small thing to do. So I do understand it, but it just got a bit too much. I'm an emotional guy. I get excited when things happen. I get sad when they don't happen. I need to learn how to stay a bit more level-headed with these things, these negotiations. I get very excited with the thoughts of a project coming to fruition. It kind of takes over my head, like, and it shouldn't. Like, I put my life on pause for these things, and I shouldn't. It's just get on with it, and if it happens, it happens. But me being me, I'm not wired like that. I get way too. The fuck is that noise? Middle-aged man with blaring music. Grow up. My God. But yeah, I get excited. Adrenaline gets high. I start telling people we might have this, we might have that. Then it falls through again. So it fell through again. Thought we had it, but again, this is the ugly side of business that you might not see yourself looking in on Instagram and stuff like that. I just say, listen, I didn't get it. We move on. But you nearly have it, you don't have it. You walk away, they come back. It's happened with numerous places now. We've gotten as far as the contracts, the accounts, the lease, the time of lease, the duration of the lease, the prices, the equipment's been fucking ordered, it's in the cart, ready to go, staff, we have everything. But unfortunately, this has just been a tough challenge, but it's something that we will get in the end. Ultimately, we will get in the end. I truly believe what's meant for you won't pass you. But yeah, it's tough to take because 10 years ago when I opened my first gym, we didn't have this trouble. It was very straightforward. Like there was units everywhere, but now with property these days, people are trying to snap it up, and it's up in the market for a day or two and it's gone again. And obviously with a gym, people don't like gyms. Out straight, people just don't trust gyms. A lot of gyms close, don't pay rent, they'll ultimately walk away from leases. It happens all the time. You'll see it's tough doing your own gig as a gym. So I understand people's landlords, you could say, perspective, but we'll get somewhere. We'll make it a success. I've no doubt it's going to be a success. We have people ready to go. New project, new clients, new community, new buzz. Looked at a place yesterday in Swords. Absolutely cracking unit down at opposite Eddie Rockets there. It used to be a pharmacy. It's a beautiful unit, 1,200 square foot. It went a bit too well, to be honest with you, and that's why, like, you could say to me, they could ring me saying you have it, and I'm like, no, I don't. I'm getting a bit pessimistic, but careful at the same time, as opposed to getting really excited about it, because like I said, when you're I just need to calm down a bit with the whole thing, because like I said, it can take over. Next thing, weeks are passing, and you're like, what the fuck am I doing here? Hanging on to this. I need to let it go, and it will come when it's supposed to come. So that's the crack. That's the latest of the gym update, in case you were wondering. Not that you wear or care, but however, yeah, it's tough as fuck. It's tough as fuck. It's dog eat dog. There's units popping up and they're gone within a few minutes, a few hours. You're waiting on calls back, like solicitors, accountants. It's difficult. It's difficult, and that's what people don't see. Negotiations, and you could be this close to getting it, and then the next day someone changes their mind, goalpost move, and you're gone again. But again, that's the price you pay when you walk away. I walked away from my own company a year ago. From my own decisions, and now it's like, Jesus, maybe, yeah, sometimes you have to lose what you had to realise what you have, if that makes sense. There's another phrase, I'm obviously butchering that phrase, but yeah, sometimes you have to walk away from something to realise, you know what, the grass isn't always fucking greener. So now we're here, and listen, I believe every day is a learning day. I believe life is one big lesson, and no matter how old you are, wise you are, smart you are, successful you are, you will make mistakes along the way, and you will not do them again. So now we're just trying to right the wrongs with the business and the gym. So that's the crack. Anything else I'm missing out on? I don't think I am. Tattoos getting removed, thank fuck. Another gym let down. Still trying. Viewed another place yesterday, and we're here. We have a dinner on Friday with the staff. We were hoping to get something signed by then, but looks like we won't be. But listen, it'll be worth the wait. Anything worth having that bad is always going to be worth the wait, and it's going to involve a slog. And I'm here till the death to slog. Peace. I just spun around there. This is actually the very first gym I ever had. Unit 18, C10 Business Campus. That was STPT headquarters. Thousands of lives changed in there. Massive regret getting rid of it. But listen, life is one big lesson. You learn each time, and you don't do it again. And you pay the fucking price.
I don't know how I forgot to introduce you to the most important person in my life. We have been together nearly 4 years. She's my ride or die. Through thick and thin, I'd be lost without her. Introducing Bella. So Bella is an old English bully. Have Bella 4 years now in June. Never knew what I was doing when I signed up to getting a dog. What's that? Hadn't a fucking clue what I was doing, but so back in the car as Bella was having none of the camera and she would not let me record. Unfortunately, she doesn't like new things in our space. But yeah, I got Bella when I was about, again, four or 5 years ago. I should know that off by heart. It's 4 years ago. Back when COVID happened, the usual sob story from most people, same as myself. Obviously, business went tank. We went from like 100 and something members to 19 members. Couldn't pay the rent, couldn't pay the rates. All of a sudden, overnight, your business goes to dust, essentially. So yeah, tough time. Heard through a friend of a friend about a lady called Liz Buckley. Shout out Liz. If you're watching this, you definitely won't be. Hey. But yeah, I started going to therapy then, and my point here is, there doesn't have to be something wrong to go to therapy. I've kept it up just to check in with myself. Like, if you feel a certain way, it doesn't have to be like life or death, but if you want to understand why you're feeling like you're feeling, I think it's important to talk about it. We all keep things to ourselves too much, whether it's a 0 out of 10 problem or a 10 out of 10 problem. We keep things to ourselves too much, and often when you just speak to someone, you feel 10 times better. It could be a friend, it could be a therapist, it could be a family member, it could be your partner. But I found I had this ego before going to Liz of, I'm a business owner, I'll deal with all this bullshit myself, how I want to deal with it. But essentially, you can't fight feelings, and your body will always win. And I kind of had this not breakdown, but very much like I was feeling low, feeling very, very anxious, feeling very, very worried. And then I went to Liz, and here we are 4 years later, still going to Liz. Not as frequently, perhaps once every month, once every 2 months, to check in. The way I do it with therapy is, like I said, it doesn't have to be something wrong with you, but the way I like to do it is, if I go through something, let's say at the moment, stressed out in my head, anxious about a few things that we'll speak about again, I want to know, how can I navigate this anxiety? Why do I feel these ways? How can I manage these things? I'm not sitting there to get groundbreaking, revolutionary news or advice, but I'm like, right, I want tips on how I can navigate these feelings. Why am I feeling like this? Why is this coming back up? I thought I was over this. Why do I get triggered when this happens? Why does my heart go really high when this happens? So I just think it's important to check in with yourself, because as much as I'm a coach for people's bodies, minds, physiques, body comp, weight, training, nutrition, you have to train your brain, and we consistently and constantly train our bodies and always train. But then when it comes to your brain, your mind, the thing that's up there at the four walls, is you thinking all the time. And if you're thinking all the time and you're overthinking and you're anxious and you're going through the days not happy and worried about stuff, you should open up and talk to people, because there's nothing wrong with it, there's nothing weak about it. Whereas before I went to Liz, I had this ego that I can't tell people I'm struggling, I own a business, I'm this, I'm that, and I kind of brought myself off this pedestal that I put myself on all those years of running a company. So yeah, that's just a bit of honesty in regards to why I go to therapy, why I will continue to go to therapy, and why I really, really recommend it. Some people don't like it. Some people like to go with the angle of, you don't need therapy. Like, it seems to be this trend that people say these days that you don't need therapy. But listen, there's no right or wrong answer. It's just opinions. That's just life, isn't it? But yeah, massively impactful when you go, getting shit off your chest, learning why you're feeling like you're feeling, and learning how to navigate those feelings. Like I said, it's not like you don't go and the problem solved. It's like anything. You have to. It's like a fat loss client. You have to keep doing it, make it a habit, make it a daily action, and learn a bit more about yourself. And it's the same with therapy. You don't just go and get all the answers there and then. You know what I mean? So that's the crack. That is today's vlog done. We have covered shitty tattoo removal, failing to get a business, Bella is the most important thing, and then a bit in therapy. So that's us this week. I'm going to try and do these weekly.
as I said, I'm going to try and do some challenges, some stuff that I know will just be a bit funny. Maybe try and eat 10,000 calories in an hour, 20,000 calories in one day, try and burn 10,000 calories in one day. Just stuff like that that will, just a bit of fun. Do you know what I mean? Like I said, life's too short, we're all going to die. Have some fun with it. Like, subscribe, peace.